The way you had risks in animal derived insulin, ke it was immunogenic, you could have reaction from C peptide. Genetically engineered insulin is less risky, but don't think that there are no risks involved. One of the fundamental risks are that if you get something from E. coli, अगर ई कोलाई का कोई प्रोटीन आपकी बॉडी में जाए, इट कैन बी पायरोजेनिक इन नेचर. सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू is that you have to employ heavy purification techniques known as downstream processing techniques to get rid of any of the E. coli material so that you only have your pure product, that is insulin in this case. So, stringent purification of the recombinant product must be done, requiring several chromatographic steps, which may or may not include things like gel filtration, ion exchange. Additional steps can come from molecular hydrophobicity, like hydrophobic interaction or reverse phase chromatography. So, you apply a cohort of downstream processing techniques to make your product as pure as possible. Let's see one of the majorly used scheme. So you have a fermentation, so you ferment and ultimately you produce a lot of insulin. What you get is that you get crude proinsulin. लेकिन उससे पहले you have to try to remove the cells. You homogenize them and ultimately you refold proinsulin. You go through primary purification and ultimately you attempt on crystallization, which gives you partially purified proinsulin. You can enhance crystallization by adding zinc because it makes stable hexamer and ultimately leads to further crystallization. Enzymatic proteolysis ultimately gives you crude insulin. आपने इसमें फ़र्क देखा होगा कि अल्टीमेटली यू गॉट रिड ऑफ द प्रो. तो when you remove the C peptide, ultimately what you get is crude insulin. Ion exchange and gel filtration column से जब आप इसको पास करते हैं, then you have a relatively purified insulin which you can use. But ultimately, if you pass it through reverse phase, high performance liquid chromatography, then you can get a very, very high pure insulin. You get it in the form of crystals, and then ultimately you are ready to basically ship it out and to the people. Jahan before use, people again add sterile water and then they ultimately give themselves injections. A cleanup process scale like reverse phase HPLC is introduced, which we saw in the last step. The C8 or C18 columns are used, which has internal volume up to 80 liters or more, and up to 1200 gram of insulin may be loaded during a single purification run. If you get a chance and go and visit Eli Lilly uh, plant somewhere where they are producing insulin, they let you visit pretty much all the areas except where they do this sort of chromatography. So there is a lot of hidden knowledge in this particular फील्ड एज वेल कि वो एग्जैक्टली इतनी हाई प्योरिटी तक कैसे पहुंचते हैं. ऑब्वियसली दे मस्ट हैव गिवन एक्सेस टू फूड एंड ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन या यूरोपियन मेडिकल एजेंसी, बट फॉर नॉर्मल पीपल or normal scientists, it is sort of a trade secret which they keep. This HPLC polishing step not only removes E. coli derived impurities, but also effectively separates modified insulin derivatives from the native insulin product. So ये स्टेप इतना अच्छा होता है कि बेसिकली अगर कहीं आपकी इंसुलिन थोड़ी बहुत ही भी मॉडिफाई हुई है, ये उसको भी रिमूव करके व्हाट यू गेट इज़ अ वेरी नाइस प्योर फ्रैक्शन ऑफ native insulin. So the resultant is that it has extremely low levels of impurities remain in the insulin preparation, which definitely fail to elicit any significant immunological response in diabetic recipients. So आपको कोई risk नहीं होता ultimately कि this would be immunogenic. In this particular picture, what you are watching is these large tanks, and these large tanks are huge 50,000 has 50,000 liter capacity जिसके अंदर ultimately bugs grow करते हैं and ultimately you obtain insulin from them. So this is one such factory where you can see कि कितने ज़्यादा मसलन इसी पिक्चर में आपको एटलीस्ट 450,000 लीटर के टैंक्स नज़र आ रहे हैं. So that's how ultimately after a scale up process के बाद आपको इंसुलिन मिलती है. Another thing is that now the starting material loaded onto this final column is also fairly pure, and this step yields a final product of approximately 99% purity. And the final product is mixed with zinc for stable crystal formation and storage. So you can see कि ultimately आपको अगर शिप करना है उससे पहले आपने जिंक भी ऐड कर दिया. हम लोगों ने जिंक की दो चीज़ें देखी हैं, क्योंकि जिंक जब आप इंसुलिन का हेक्सामर देखते हैं तो दैट इज स्टेबलाइज्ड बाय जिंक. तो अल्टीमेटली दैट इज द स्टोरेज फॉर्म इन योर बॉडी, एंड वी when we are shipping we get very close to that sort of storage form. Now another company known as Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk started making insulin in 1987 as compared to 1982 by Eli Lilly. But they had a different story in mind. What they did was that they said that we will make it from a eukaryote, in this particular case yeast, and they gave their product name of Novolin. लेकिन yeast को यूज़ करने का उनको क्या फ़ायदा हुआ? One of the biggest advantages they got out of producing in yeast was that it secreted insulin directly into the media. So it was relatively easy. आपको cell lysis नहीं करना पड़ा. आप सिर्फ spin down करें, centrifuge करें, yeast नीचे बैठ जाएगा और आपका जो ऊपर ब्रॉथ रह जाएगा, it will have a lot of insulin. And then you can get proper post-translational modification in eukaryote because it has endoplasmic reticulum. And Novo Nordisk was the first company to introduce insulin pens. This should be pen. And अगर आप Novo pen देखें तो ultimately this you can use it on the room temperature as well. It is one of the innovative companies in the world. And another advantage this company had, that several famous scientists used to visit this company as well. I'm just kidding. This is my picture back in 2007, I believe, in Zurich, when I was lucky enough to basically do a small project with them and visit them. So it's a wonderful company. In Pakistan, market is pretty much covered by Eli Lilly. लेकिन अगर आप यूरोपियन मार्केट देखें तो that is pretty much in the grasp of Novo Nordisk. One of the sister companies of Novo Nordisk is Novozymes, जो market leader है when it comes to industrial enzymes.